Legislative leaders now say chances don't look very good for a controversial school curriculum bill. This as lawmakers were meeting behind closed doors to revive it. News 8's Garrett Bergquist is at the State House to explain what's going on.
It's not unusual for lawmakers to add pieces of dead bills to legislation that has reached the conference committee stage, especially in the final days of a legislative session. That's where the House and Senate work out their differences. But one mother says her children's education is too important to leave up to that closed-door process. Carolina Castoreno is a member of 2 Apache tribes, and her sons are black and indigenous. She says efforts to make school curriculum more inclusive have been a big help for them.
I've seen how excited they get when they come home and they are telling me about figures in Black history they've never heard of before. How excited they are that some of their classes have discussed incidents at Standing Rock and issues that Indigenous people are facing now. They feel like they are actually seen and heard and not just viewed of as people from the past.
She fears Indiana's school curriculum bill would undo that. The measure would bar educators from teaching certain social justice concepts. The bill died in the Senate on Monday, but lawmakers now want to add pieces of it to other bills nearing final passage. Senate President Pro Tem Roderick Bray told reporters he won't try to push the entire bill through that way.
No, not the intention to do that at all. No. You'll see maybe a piece or so, but we're not going to parse this bill up and put it all over the place to try and pass it. That is not our intention in any way whatsoever.
Senate handlers say they did not yet know as of Thursday afternoon how they will do that. Governor Holcomb says it's still too soon to say how he would act.
This is like the last 5 or 10 laps of the race. A lot happens in the last 5 or 10 days of a session, and there'll be a lot of twists and turns along the way. That's why it's difficult for me to weigh in on a bill that is ever evolving right now.
But Castoreno says lawmakers shouldn't try to sneak in a bill so many educators and parents oppose. She says subjects that make us uncomfortable usually have the most to teach.
All children benefit from accurate portrayals of history because we cannot advance as a society if we are not being honest about even the darkest moments in our past, and to understand how that affects our current state of affairs.
Lawmakers say they hope to wrap up the session by the end of next week. On Thursday afternoon, House Speaker Todd Huston said it's unlikely the House would accept any version of the school curriculum bill that doesn't include most or all of the language the House originally passed. Given that, Senate President Pro Tem Roderick Bray says the bill's chances don't look good. At the State House, Garrett Bergquist, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.